What's up, everybody? This is 8-Bit Eric, and this is a video talking about Nintendo Power closing its doors finally after 24 years. They're going to cease publication on it, and this is a big deal in the gaming community. In a way, it kind of shows where media is going. Obviously, it's going towards digital distribution, and for guys like me that grew up reading Nintendo Power, it sucks. It feels like a piece of my childhood's going away. I did subscribe to Nintendo Power at one point, and that's just namely because when I was a kid, parents are like, oh, we don't need to have any more magazines, and that's just about games, and you don't need no video magazine game, and, they think it would be just laying around, which they were right. This shit lays around. To coin a phrase, another box of useless shit, but the box of useless shit that had Nintendo Power has been around for 24 years. And for a lot of gamers, that's most of their lives. I mean, I'm 28, so that means most of my life I was able to go to the store and read Nintendo Power and look up secret codes, look up maps, walkthroughs, read interviews, see high scores. Remember when high scores were in the back of the magazine and, you would just look at it, before the internet, and you could post your scores online, and before video showed upcoming games and you could get cheats off of GameFAQs.com, there was Nintendo Power. And I remember I used to go to the grocery store and I would just, try to get as much time in as I can at the magazine trying to read it, and those days are gone. I mean, sure, there's a couple game magazines out there, Game Informer, which is run by GameStop, but in my opinion, Nintendo Power was the game magazine to have, to look at. It represented what gaming in the 80s, late 90s, early 90s was all about. And then later in the 2000s, they've changed. I believe 2007, they changed their publishing company, and then they had several different format changes. But overall, it was still a great magazine. Now, I have a few right here. This isn't all of mine, but I subscribed during the GameCube era when I finally had my own job, and I couldn't not pass up the chance to get it. Plus I got a free strategy guide for the Wind Waker when I signed up to Nintendo Power. But here's some of the game magazines that I have. The Sims, Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance, F-Zero GX, Mario Kart Double Dash, Pokemon Coliseum, Golden Sun: The Lost Age, Final Fantasy Tactics. The list goes on and on. Several great magazines, and that's just a handful. Can you imagine having 24 years worth of a stack of Nintendo Powers? Tons of posters, giveaways, contests, fun ads to look at. A few years ago, AVGN did a video about Nintendo Power, kind of a retrospective of it, and it was probably one of my most favorite videos of all time from him. GameStar81 does several videos where he checks out past retro issues of Nintendo Power. Captain 8-Bit, he shares a very, very strong nostalgic love for the magazine. NES Complex, he's starting to do his own Nintendo Power walkthroughs on his channel. Nintendo Power has impacted several gamers, including myself. So, Nintendo Power, thanks a lot for giving us that power all these years. Hopefully, we will run into you again. Hopefully, you might be in online form. But to me, it doesn't beat reading a magazine. So, thanks a lot, guys, and stay tuned. This has been 8-Bit Eric, and rest in peace, Nintendo Power.